Hello, my name's Toby. I'm with Venture Out Nursery, and we're here today on this misty February morning in an old orchard to talk to you about how to understand the difference between fruiting wood and vegetative wood so that you know how to prune your fruit trees. So we're going to start with the spur-bearing types of trees, which will include apples, pears, and oriental pears. So those trees fruit on mature wood, usually wood that is older than 3 years. So let's start with talking about and learning how to identify wood on a tree. So for ease of filming and sight, I've cut down a shoot from this tree. So it was here to help you understand how it plays into the tree. This shoot has 1 and 2 year old wood on it. So on any given fruit tree shoot, we have what's called a terminal bud. And in the spring, when growth begins, this terminal bud, if left unpruned, will grow a straight shoot. So if we look at this shoot, you can see this little place here where the bark is a bit wrinkled, and this is where the terminal shoot expanded last spring and made a long straight shoot. This portion of this branch is vegetative wood. These buds last year were just leaves. This shoot is now 1 year old. Below this little wrinkly moment, this is 2-year-old wood. So last spring, it started like this, and then it started to develop side shoots. You can see them right here, just little baby shoots. Right now, these shoots are just leaf and stem. This terminal bud on this side shoot will make another vegetative shoot this spring, and that's what will happen. And then the sides, as these mature, they will begin to become fruit wood in year 3. So year 3 is when the wood begins to develop not just a single little prong, like in the shoot we just looked at, but multiple, we call these spurs. And this is where your flower buds are. So this is where your flowers and then fruit will come from when you are dealing with spur-bearing fruiting trees like apples, pears, and oriental pears, Asian pears. So when you're deciding whether you should prune things out, what wood to select, be mindful that this is where your flowers and fruit will come from this season. That these shoots are old enough to grow fruiting spurs for next summer, and that the very tip there, I'll use my pointer, this is the break, this is the vegetative, and this is 2-year wood here, and then below that is 3rd year with the fruiting wood. So this is future fruit spurs, and this is future stems and leaves. In the next video, we will talk about how to decide what to prune and what to leave, but we wanted to begin with helping you recognize the age of wood on your fruit trees. So now let's talk about stone fruits. Here we have a big old plum tree that hasn't been maintained. It's a beauty, and there's lots of potential in this tree. So stone fruits will include plums, apricots, cherries, peaches, those sorts of things. And they fruit differently. So if we look at these branches, If you recall my apple shoot from just a moment ago, the long straight shoot had no flower buds on it. It was just leaves. That's the difference with stone fruits. So this was last year's growth. It shot out in the summer, and then in the fall and over the winter, flower buds developed. So now in this second year of its growth, it already has the flower buds, which are going to make the fruit on the stem. Yes, while the branch develops, lots of shoots come, and there are, chunky side shoot things that one could think look like spurs, but they're not technically spurs because there's fruiting, flowering buds all along the growth. So not only at the spur sites. So when we are pruning our stone fruits, we will do it differently than when we prune our apples, pears, and oriental pears, because we want to preserve more of the young wood on stone fruits than we do on the others, because the younger wood is where the flowers are. So I hope that helps. Stay tuned for our next video, and all will be revealed in the fullness of time. Thanks for watching. Happy orcharding.